Fiverr freelancing tutorial. In this video, we are going to be talking about Fiverr and how you can become a great freelancer on this platform and how Fiverr actually helps you create passive income for yourself in the most incredible way. So to start things off, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to fiverr.com. Now, fiverr.com, as we all know, is one of the biggest marketplaces out there where you can easily become a freelancer and offer your freelance services. Okay. Now, you could be good at anything. It could be editing, graphic designing, logo designing, WordPress, e-commerce, voiceovers, video explainer, whatever you want. You could be good at all of these. And what you can do is you can create gigs. Now, gigs are basically advertisements that you're going to create for people to apply on. Okay. So when you create an advertisement or a gig, people are going to look at your expertise and capabilities. And according to that, they're going to apply to your gig. Okay. So what we're going to do to start right off is we're going to come over to fiverr.com over here. And once we're over here, we're going to go ahead and sign in or join their program. So to start things off, you're going to click on join. Now, once you click on join here, it says create a new account. Okay. You can continue with a Google, continue with your email, Apple, or Facebook. I'm going to click on continue with email, and I'm going to be using a temp mail to create an account. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this. You can simply create an account in any way that you want to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write this down and click on continue. Now, once we click on continue here, it says choose a username. Now, make sure to choose a username that you are going to remember because this is going to be really important for you. Okay, now once this is done, we're going to go ahead and click on create my account. Now, once you click on create your account, it sends a verification to your email. So you're going to make sure to verify yourself. Okay. So here we have it. Here is our email. Now it's going to give you a verification code. So mine is 511838. Okay. So 511838. Now, once you add that, it's going to basically take you over to fiverr.com. So once we're over here, it's going to take us through the onboarding. It says your account has been created. What brings you to Fiverr? Okay. Now, in our case, we want to become a freelancer. We want to sell our services. So we're going to go to selling freelance services and click on next. Now it says, what type of freelancer are you? What is your style of work? So it could be a side hustle, solo freelancer, agency employer, agency owner. I'm going to go with solo freelancer and click on next. What's your freelancing experience? So this obviously depends on whatever your expertise are. I'm going to go with freelancing online right now and click on finish. Now it says, great, you're almost there. Here's what's next. You're going to complete your seller profile, create your first gig, and publish it and start selling. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on complete your seller profile. Okay. So it basically brings us here. Now, when it comes to becoming a seller, it's pretty incredible because many people, as you can see, are sellers. And all you're going to need to do is you're going to create a gig, deliver the work, and get paid. Pretty simple, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to click on become a seller because this is the baby steps of you becoming a proper seller freelancer on Fiverr. So here we're going to click on continue. Here it says what makes a successful Fiverr profile. You're going to take your time, add credibility, accurate description, and put a proper face up. So once we do all of this, here is where our creation starts off. So I'm going to add in my first name. Then we're going to go with display name. Okay. So I'm going to go with John L. Now it says profile picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and you're going to make sure to add a profile picture of yourself. Okay. And it needs to be a proper profile picture of your face. You're going to make sure your face is fully visible. So we're going to add the profile picture. And once you do this, here is your description. Now, this is a very important bit because a description will properly tell the audience or tell the buyer what you're up against. So I would recommend going to ChatGPT to write the description. You can just write it by yourself if you want to, but I feel like ChatGPT writes a better and much helpful description. So you can give it a prompt like write me a Fiverr profile description. Okay, and you can write, I am a voice over artist, graphic designer, and then you can go ahead and add something like video editor. Okay, you're going to write this down and we're going to click on enter. And now, as you can see, it goes in. So you can start getting a proper description with all of your expertise, like voiceover, graphic design, video editing, etc. And it also gives you why choose me. So it keeps going on, which is pretty incredible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this because I love this description. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go over here and we're going to paste it in. Now, once you paste it in, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure to go through it, make sure that it's proper and, properly professional. Once you do that, here we're going to come to languages. You're going to enter the languages you are good at. So let's say I'm going to go with English, native, bilingual. Then we're going to click on add, and you can add more languages. Let's say I'm also good at French, so I'm going to add that. And I'm going to go with fluent and click on add, and you can add more languages as you go. Once we do that, we're going to click on continue. It says your occupation, where are you occupied currently? So, it could be any of these. So in my case, it's graphic design, and you're going to add your years of experience. So I'm going to go with 2012 to 2024. Then you can also go ahead with, the recurring skills in graphic design. So let's say I can go with architecture and interior. Let's go with graphics for streamers, logo design, NFT art, illustration, cartoon and comics, go with as much as you want. Then you can add new occupations as well. So let's say I'm going to go with video and animation. Then you're going to add the years for this as well. Once you do that, again, choose the subcategory. So let's say logo animation, game trailers, corporate videos, subtitles and captions. And you can go with, basic video editing, music videos, whatever you do. So just like this, keep on adding more and more occupations. Then we have skills. What are the skills related to your work? So let's say I'm going to go with Photoshop. I'm very good at Photoshop. So Photoshop editing, experience level, expert. And then we're going to click on add new. Let's say voiceover is a good skill. I'm going to go ahead with voiceover, go to expert, click on add, and you can add your skills just like this, keep going on. Then we have education. You can add, proper education that you had gotten. So let's say I'm going to write my university in this, okay? Once we do that, you're going to give a title. What did you do from this university? And once you do that, you're going to go ahead and write your degree. So I'm going to write that. You're going to choose the year you graduated. Once you do that, you're going to click on add, and there we go. Then you go to certification or rewards. Now, a lot of people don't go through with this, but trust me, certifications or awards are very important when it comes to signing up with Fiverr, because if a person sees that you were awarded or you're actually certified in the field you work in, it's going to be a big boost up. So you're going to make sure to write any certification or award you got from any company. And you can also provide a link to your own personal portfolio blog or your blog website. Now, once you do all this, you're going to click on continue. And once we do that, make sure to add your phone number and email. And once we click on that, we're going to click on finish. And it says your seller profile is all set. And we're going to click on done. Now, we're going to create our first gig. Okay. Creating your first gig is going to be the best part about the work. Okay. So first of all, we're going to add a gig title. So let's say my gig title will be, I will create proper professional videos for you. Let's say that's my gig. All right. We're going to choose the category. So as you can see, it's actually going to give you a lot of suggested categories. Then you have metadata, what's your primary video to edit. So it could be, movie trailers, it could be music videos, or you could just add a proper lookup, like let's say YouTube videos. That opens up a big field of videos to edit. And we're going to click on search tag. So let's say I'm going to go with edit video, and we have Premiere Pro, okay? Or let's say I'm just gonna add in video like this, video editor, video editing. So these are basically keywords that when people search, they're gonna come with these keywords towards you. Now, once we do that, we're gonna click on save and continue. And once you do that, it brings you to the pricings. Now, pricings is a pretty descriptive place, okay? This is where you're going to have to put in most of the work. So you have 3 packages, all right? The basic, so I'm going to call this 1. Let's call this 2. Let's call this 3, all right? Now, describe the details you're offering. I'm going to go with basic editing. Then in the standard one, I can go with color graded, etc. And then in the premium section, I can go with captioning, silence cutting, and let's go ahead with anything you want. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Then we have delivery time. Let's say I'm gonna give this in 1 day. I'm gonna give this in around 3 days. I'm gonna give this one in around 5 days. And footage provided by buyer. So let's say I'm gonna go 30 minutes with all of these. Now, once you do that, running time in minutes, I'm gonna go with 1 minute. Pretty basic. Then you have color grading. Obviously, in this, I'm not going to provide it, but in these two, I am. Sound design and mixing, I'm going to provide in this. Motion graphics in this. Then we have subtitling, thumbnail included, source file. Color grading and all the other things, I'm going to keep these, unchecked because I'm not going to include all of those things in this section. All right. So once we go with this, then you're coming to revisions. How many revisions do you want? So I'm going to put up to 3 revisions in this, 2 revisions in this, and 1 revision in this. And per revision, the price is going to be, let's say, $10. All right. For this, it's going to be 15. For this, it's going to be 20. All right. Now, here's the Shutterstock media, which is going to be your licensed video clips, tracks, images that you're going to use from Shutterstock. Okay, you can add those over here as well. And for those, obviously, you're going to add an extra markup. Then we have extra services like fast delivery. So let's say the basic delivery is going to be 1 day. And for an extra, let's say $5. This, I can do an extra 20 or 10. I'm going to do this for an extra 20. Then we're going to choose the time we're going to deliver it. So let's say 1 day, 2 days, and 1 day. And again, you're going to add all the extra things that you're going to want to add. And once you do that, you're going to click on save and continue. So once we go through with the pricing and click on save and continue, from there, what's going to be happening is we're going to click on save and we're going to go straight into the basic output. Okay. Now, also, you're going to make sure that no, things coincide. So let's say 1 day delivery in this. So I'm going to keep a 1 day delivery over here. All right. And once we do that, we're going to click on save and continue. And what that will do is it will take us to the description and FAQ section. Now, it says briefly describe your gig. Again, we're going to use ChatGPT for this. So let's say I'm going to write me a gig description for Fiverr. My gig is about video editing. Okay. So I'm going to write that in. And once you write that in, what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and write you a full-fledged proper description where it gives you, what you're going to offer. And it keeps going on and on. It also gives you the enhancements on why the client should choose you. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this. There we go. I'm going to copy that. And what we're going to do is we're going to come here and paste it. There we go. So once we have added a proper description, you're also going to want to add milestone workflow. So basically, you're going to attract buyers by turning your gig into a series of milestones. So they're going to know what to expect. So once we do that, we're going to click on save and continue again. And what that will do is it will take us to the requirement section. So it says, get all the information you need from buyers to get started. Now, you can go ahead and ask questions, all right? So these are the multiple choice questions, and you can add your very own question as well on let's say, how much footage can you send me? Okay. And let's say I'm going to add this. And then one more question like, do you need the source file? Now, the source file is basically the edited Premiere Pro project file. Okay. So it's basic, etiquette to ask the client when they want an edited video from you if they want a proper, source file. Now we have this section. So it says capture your buyer's attention with a video that showcases your service. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually upload a video. Now, a lot of people do not do this, which is pretty, doesn't make a lot of sense because this is one of the most important aspects of your gig. So to actually showcase your gig, you're going to want to showcase your previous work. So always upload a video and upload up to 3 images. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upload up to 3 images that I created. So let's say I'm going to add this. Obviously, the minimum image dimensions should be around 712 to 480. So anything in 1080 will not work. As you can see, that got added. Then we're going to go into our preset and add more images that we have edited. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and add this, saying, let's say I edited this. So you can put up to 3, but the minimum is 1. You don't need to add 2 if you want to. Then you have documents. So document is basically showing something you created by yourself, okay, and creating it in a printable document form. So I'm going to go ahead and add some type of, let's say, this integrity over here. And once everything is properly uploaded, you're going to click on, you declare that this is all yours, and you're going to save your gig, and it's going to bring you to the gallery, and you are going to come to the publish section. Now, over here in the publish section, we have this form over here, which is the form W9, to actually tell them if we're a US paying person. Okay, so if you're in the US, you're gonna be, a proper taxpayer. So if you're a US person, go with the X, because obviously the US tax authorities might request the form. But if you're not, simply click on no. Like in my case, I'm not, so I'm gonna go with that. And now you have personal and business information. So outside, how you plan to use Fiverr. It could be outside your job or as your primary job. I'm going to go with outside my job and click on close. And once you're done with all of that, you're going to finally go on to verify. You're going to add in your country. You're going to add in your phone number. And once you add all of these details in, you're pretty much set to go. Okay, so I'm going to add my phone number right here. And once we add our phone number, we're going to go ahead and get verified. Okay, so I'm going to ask it to send me a code. And once I receive the code, I'm going to enter it here and submit it. Now, once you have gone through with the verifications and whatnot, you're going to come to this section. Now, this is going to be your seller's dashboard. All right. So over here on the left-hand side, you can see your level. So I'm going to be explaining what level means in a bit. You have your success rating, response rate, which I'm also going to be explaining. Then you have the money that you have earned. Okay. We have active orders, which are going to be the orders that people have sent to you right now. And, your basic inbox. So this is basically how you are going to, analyze everything going in your Fiverr. Now let's talk about levels. So basically, your account level defines how good of a seller or how good of a Fiverr freelancer you actually are. So currently, account level 0 means that, I'm a fresh account. It just started off. So if we actually go to, the proper Fiverr Central to see how people, actually add up gigs for themselves. So let's say I'm going to switch to buying, and over here, I'm going to write in video editor. Let's go ahead and write that in. Now, once you write that in, you're going to see all these people over here with great thumbnails, showing how they edit videos. Now, most of these people are either level 2 or level 3, okay? So there's basically 4 main levels. The level 0, which is basically, being a fresh Fiverr freelancer. Then you have level 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Then you have level 1. After level 1, you get level 2, and then there's level 3 who becomes a Fiverr's choice. So as you can see, this person is Fiverr's choice, meaning they're level 3. And as you can see, they've added their gig down here with proper thumbnails. They've showed how they're going to edit everything. And they've, added a proper showcase on what they can expect from you, which is pretty incredible, right? So we have level 2 editors over here. Now, to increase your level on Fiverr, you're going to basically need to get more, sales. So the more people buy your gig and the better reviews you get, the more your level increases. All right. So how are we going to actually get people to buy our gig? So for that, what you're going to need to do is, let's say this Fiverr choice editor. Let's go over to his gig and let's see what he's all about. Let's see what he's actually offering, right? So first of all, we have this person's profile. Now, this person has made over 305 sales. He has 4.8-star reviews, and it says 200 million views generated through video editing. And we can see he is level 2, which means he has met high performance criteria and has a proven track record for meeting client expectations. So here we have a description. We have this person's skills. Then you can see the clients they have worked with. Okay. And here is his gig. Okay. We can also see his portfolio where he's made videos. We can see this over here where we can see his YouTube videos. Most of his reviewers gave him a 5-star review. And as you can see over here, hands down, one of the best sellers. And you can keep going on and on. So this is how you're going to reach good levels. And you can see that this person's average response time is an hour, which is pretty nice, right? Now, over here, we can see the gig that he uploaded. So here's the gig price. You have economy video editing. So he edits videos up to 1 minute. Now, once we do that, he has also added the delivery and what he offers on this. Now, over here, we can see the actual showcase of what he does, how he does it, and you can see, you can tell by the images, this is the real deal, basically. Now, as you go down, you can see all the details this person has added, and, it's pretty descriptive. They've given a good idea on how he's going to do this. So, just like this, you need to make sure that your gigs are proper descriptive, they have good showcasing over it, and generally it's just a very aesthetically pleasing edit. So over here, as you can see, we're going to go into my business and we're going to go into gigs. Now, once you go into my business and gigs, you're going to be able to see all the gigs that you've uploaded. So here we have a draft of our gig. We're going to go ahead and enter into it. And as you can see, here's the gig information. So 5 days average delivery time. Then you have all of this, like limit orders in queue, which basically sets a limit on the orders that you can receive. So once a limit is reached, your gig will be paused temporarily. Then we have active watermark. Basically, activating this feature automatically adds Fiverr watermarks to the images in the order page to your portfolio, meaning that, no one can actually steal them or take them off. And you can actually go ahead and edit the gig even later on once you've uploaded it. So add good images for your gig and give your gig, a generally good look. And you can obviously change that through the gallery section. Now, once you've uploaded gigs and you're going to start getting orders, make sure you're going to, send those orders out on time and make sure people have gotten a good idea of how you're going to work, because through that, you're going to get good reviews, good ratings, and just like that, you're going to increase levels. Now, to obviously get a better overview, you're going to also go to growth and marketing because Fiverr's growth and marketing is really nice as well because over here you can see the progress tracker and you're going to need minimum score. So for level 1, we can see the minimum requirements are the success score needs to be 5, ratings are 4.4, response rate 80%. You're going to need at least 5 orders, 3 unique clients, and your earnings need to be around this much. Then we come over to level 2. Again, it increases. And then finally, you have level 3, which is top rated, where you've made tons and tons of money. And once this whole criteria is met, you're going to be an actual Fiverr choice seller. And this is the progress tracker, by the way. It shows you how close you are to level 1, how close you are to level 2. So it keeps going on and on. You can find your success score over here, ratings, response rate, and a whole lot more. And it gives you a proper criteria on how much, you're left to go to the better score. Now, here you can also see how you can become a pro freelancer. Then we have intro video where you can intro yourself. You can make your portfolio better by showcasing it, add milestones. So it basically gives you tips over here on how you can grow on Fiverr. Then moving on, you can also scale your business. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to create a badge to actually make your business go up high. So here you can see this is our Fiverr badge, and we can use this Fiverr badge as a HTML code, as you can see over here. And we can actually add this on different websites to actually market us. So take this HTML CSS code, add it onto any website, and showcase to the people how your website actually works. Okay, you can also share your profile link from here and just do a whole lot more. Then you have contacts. Now contacts are basically either your buyers or your sellers, and you can actually talk to them later on in the future through the contact section if you want to actually work with them in the future. And finally, we have the analytics section. Now analytics section is the overview that you can get, okay, and how selling actually works. All right, so basically this is how you're going to scour in the high fields of Fiverr. Okay, this is what Fiverr is actually about. And whenever someone sends an order to your gig, you're going to need to make sure that you're going to stay active. Okay, connect Fiverr to your phone, connect Fiverr to your Gmail, and whenever you get a message, make sure to automate your phone or email to send a message to you. Then here in my business, you can manage orders differently. Like say, priority orders are here, active orders are here. If you're late, your order is going to be here. And if it's delivered, it's going to be here. Once it's delivered and the payment is done, it's going to come over here. And obviously canceled and start orders are going to be in this section. Now, the payment regimen in Fiverr is also pretty different because once you go ahead and deliver an order and the person sends you money, you don't get that money into your account till 2 weeks because the money goes into Fiverr's very own escrow, and it takes 2 weeks at least to verify the work and payment, just so it understands that nothing is being scammed or anything. So yeah, this is the basic idea of Fiverr. And also, do make sure to go ahead and make your profile as good as you can, because the better and the more outstanding your profile is, the better you are going to scour in the high charts of Fiverr. And also, you can go ahead and differentiate your earnings on how much you've earned on Fiverr and find them all over here. Now, moving on, you can also make good banners for your Fiverr. Obviously, your profile picture should be standard. As you can see, my profile picture over here, pretty basic, pretty standard. Just a person standing, looking straight at the camera, and my face is there. Just like that. So keep a LinkedIn profile picture, pretty clean, pretty neat, pretty standard. Then we have all these things. Make sure your description and all is pretty good. But one thing that people don't, actually mess around with is the actual work you upload. It's the actual gigs you create. And, for gigs like these, like let's say I've created this gig over here, I've added these images and I've added a video showcasing what I can actually do. So, make sure that these are properly edited and they're actually good. And to make sure that they're actually good, I'm going to give you a good software. It's called canva.com. Now, most of you already know what canva.com is because of, its incredible reach and use, and it's totally free. So what you're going to do over here is you're going to go into your template section. You're going to search up Fiverr, and you're going to search up Fiverr gig image. Now, what this will do is it will give you proper Fiverr gig image templates. So it looks like this, right? And what you can do is you can edit this in great detail for yourself. So let's say I'm going to open this up and I'm going to click on customize this template. And obviously this is for digital marketing, but what you can do is you can change it to whatever you want it to be. So let's say video editing in this case, or it could be something like voiceovers. So you're going to write them all over here, write all your details. Make sure to keep these, small elements in to make sure your design looks good. Add in your own image. And, just add in different widgets. Like, let's say I'm going to go in elements. I'm going to go ahead and write YouTube. And once you write YouTube, as you can see, you can get different elements for YouTube. So let's say I'm going to add this over here. Okay. So we're going to take this. I'm going to make it smaller. And once we make it smaller, I can add it like this over here, just telling people that I'm going to be working on YouTube. You can add a mic in there. You can add different elements that are related to actual editing. So, just like this, make your profile stand out, make your profile look much better than you can. And just like that, you're going to scour in the high fields of Fiverr. Now, once you've edited your image, simply click on share, click on download. And once you click on download, you can, export this in PNG or PDF print, whatever you think is better. In my case, it's PNG. And once you do that, you can simply add it in your profile, just like this person over here. As you can see, they've created proper mockups for people to see. Pretty nice, right? And they've also added a video. So in this video, this person, as you can see, is actually showcasing what they do, how they do it. And it's a pretty good trailer. So creating a trailer for your profile is also pretty useful, and it's going to help you a lot. So yeah, that's the main idea of Fiverr and how you're going to become an active freelancer on this platform. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know down in the comments below and I'll be making a whole lot more for you. And also do let me know down in the comments below if you have any issues with this video or if you want to know anything more about Fiverr and how you're going to become a freelancer. So yeah, that's pretty much about all there is. So that's all from me, and I'll be seeing all of you in the next video. Have an incredible day. Goodbye.